Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best, you gotta show me son. Actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come back. Sports, talking way too much, world come back. Sports, talking way too much, world come back. Sports,
I can't hear you. I see your lips moving, but I can't hear you.
What's good, everyone? Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everyone. Big shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and game. Those of you that's in the chat, I got Undefeated, 13-0, welterweight sensation, Quinton Randall out of Texas. He set to face Brian Norman Jr., a fight that pretty much played itself out on social media. Hey, once again, appreciate you there, Quinn. How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm good, man. Appreciate you for having me. I'm just getting out the gym, brother. I had to eat something. I'm about to die.
Hey, do what you do, man. First of all, I want to give a big salute to you, man, because every time I hit you up, whether it was back at Triller or whatever, you know, you was always a professional at the end of the day, not just in the ring, but outside the ring. We spoke back in the day about your backstory, dealing with, you know, your family tragedy. We kind of related because I myself lost a child too. And, you know what I'm saying? You pretty much told me everything that built you up to this moment on where you at in the sport of boxing. I was able to see you fight down here in Atlanta on Triller. You know what I'm saying? You did your thing. And I think a couple other places. How you been doing as of late, man?
Man, I've been blessed, bro. I have no complaints. I'm getting the fights that I want. I'm finally getting some recognition that I want. After this fight, the light, I'll be in their face. After this fight, they're gonna slide me a seat at the table.
So let's talk about, you know, the fight that everybody's, you know, buzzing about right now. Quinton Randall, yourself versus Brian Norman Jr. There's a unique dynamic there, Quinn. The fact that, you know, Brian Norman is 24-0 and you're 13-0. Usually, if that's the case, you would think that Brian Norman would be higher up on the ladder than you are. But come to find out, you ranked higher than him. How is that possible?
Shit, the level of opposition that I fought has been 10 times better than his. And that's just, I ain't trying to stun on him or nothing like that. That just is what it is. You go look at my resume from the 13 fighters that I fought, and you go look at the resume from the 24 that he's fought, it ain't even close.
I see you ranked globally 31 and in the US 11. When I look at Brian Norman's box rec, he's ranked 54 globally and 14 in the US.
That's That's as of last week. But before the
Correct.
fight was made globally, he was 81. And then in the US, he was 20. They had to bump him up to make him eligible to even fight me.
Thanks for that education. You know what I'm saying? Those of you that's in the chat listening, you know what I'm saying? What I always say, education is key. So we hear about promotions bumping fighters up all the time to make fights. That was an interesting point you just made, because now, you know, it kind of plays in a significant role that you can be a fighter that has less fights than your opposition. But if you ask anybody that knows Brian Norman, they would say, okay, I've seen him fight on TV more than you. You know what I'm saying? And you pretty much saying that don't make a difference regardless.
Don't make a damn difference.
So what do you see, and what did you see when it came to Brian Norman? I know you was down here in the ATL on that Jamel Herring and Shakur Stevenson's main event. And you was just happened to be in the gym when Brian Norman sparred Bud Crawford. And there was a lot of buzz behind that on what happened during that sparring match. But was your mindset the same as it is now when you seen him go in there and spar Bud?
Hell yeah. What I thought at the time was, shit, I ain't seen nothing special. And then I seen a young dude, a young bull. Hell, I'm used to fighting young bulls. I'm used to taming young bulls. So, but at the time, I didn't think he wasn't on my radar because I thought he fought 140. I honestly thought he was a 140 fighter.
Okay.
I think he was 140 at the time. He moved
40 pounds. He was.
Yeah, so I wasn't even thinking about fighting him at the time. I was like, okay, that little nigga nice. But then when I see him, he's at 47, oh, you fool now. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you fool. But one thing I can say is, I honestly thought he was ranked equal to me or higher than me. That's why I called him out. If I would have knew prior that he was so far behind me, because he was far behind me. He was 21 in the world. 21 in the States. I was 11, so that's 10 spots. Then he was 82 in the world. I was 31. That's 50 spots. So I would have never said nothing to him. I was like, oh, shit, I don't get nothing for beating him. But Brad sweetened the deal up by putting the WBO international title on the line, and the purse was good. So I said, oh, shit, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's food for real, for real. So I was like, shit, it'll be all right. I take a step back to whoop his ass so I can get a step. Even though I'm taking a step back to fight him, I'm taking a step back to fight him. But when I win, I take a couple steps further because of what I get for beating him.
Yeah, I hear you talking about taking a step back because you had mentioned that you even had a bigger fight, in December on the Devin Haney card or something like that in the Regis?
Yeah. But I told him, I gave my word. No, brother. When they send me that contract, I'm going to sign it on the spot. I got other opportunities, but I want you. Because when they told me I was going to be a tune-up for them, and they was going to walk me down and knock me out, I said, oh, yeah, nigga. I like that shit. You got show.
Yeah, I've heard your words. One thing about you, if you still go by quick draw, I was listening to some of your responses, and you don't have no hesitation, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to your responses with trash talking. I like that. You know what I'm saying? You stay true to the game.
It was respectable trash. It wasn't no crazy shit. I didn't start the trash talking. I came in and respect, but they started it. But they wasn't disrespectful with it. You see what I'm saying? They was just talking the shit a little bit. It didn't bother me none. So you know me, I'm a shit talker, bro. I may be quiet.
I mean, dog walking is serious trash talking. Dog walking is saying you don't belong in here with me, man.
I'm gonna beat the brakes off your ass, nigga. But we gonna go in there. We gonna have a good time. But it ain't no doubt in my mind I'm gonna come out victorious. It's not. I have no doubt.
So you talking about? Okay, honestly, go ahead.
Listen, they honestly believed at the time that I was going to be a tune-up fight, a walkthrough. They started doing their research and realized, okay, this ain't going to be as easy as we thought. Whether they still believe they can beat me or not, that tune-up shit, that walk down, no. He going to try to walk me down because he can't box me from the outside. He can't compete with me. So he going to try to walk me down. He going to try to take me to a place I ain't never been before. I'm going to light his ass up.
See, that was one of the talking points amongst, my colleagues is that when we was discussing this fight is that you have 3 knockouts. You're saying knockouts ain't going to matter. It's going to come down to technique and skill at the end of the day, absent, power, whatever. So you pretty much saying defense, offense, all that's going to, make up the sweet science in this fight.
For those who think I don't have power, ask every one of my opponents that I fought, do I hit hard? They'll tell you I don't focus on power. My focus is the box. I love the sweet signs. I love to break a motherfucker down as the fight goes on and watch him diminish. Watch the frustration set across his face as I'm picking his ass apart. But if you ask anybody that I spar, they'll tell you, nah, don't believe that three knockout shit. Don't believe that. So, but look, it's there for a reason. And then it is what it is. It don't bother me because when people see that, they're like, oh, that nigga gonna hit hard. I'll fight him. I ain't worried about that. But once they get in there, it's too late. By the time they realize it, oh, it's too fucking late. I don't fear his 19 knockouts. His 19 knockouts never came from fucking worthy opponents. His 19 knockouts never came from anybody with a decent record. I mean, he got him no matter how he did. He still did it. I don't fear his power. I don't fear his power at all.
I feel you. It's always good to be confident, especially in the hurt business like boxing. I could have sworn there, Quinton, that you and I, that you said, you know, you called out Brian one time we was on the conversation. You said, I want to fight your boy. I could have sworn we had that conversation, but you was like, it'll probably happen down the road, but I want to fight your boy. And then I was like, who is my boy? You said the one down there in ATL, and you said Brian Norman before all this stuff even hit. I could have sworn we had a conversation on the phone, man. And you told me that. You know, I was just thinking about it. I said, I could have sworn he mentioned this a while ago.
Yeah, bro. Listen, when I found out he was at 147, then he became a target. Not because he got something that I want. No, I just thought he was higher, so he was a target. You know, I thought he was high, which so it made him a target. If I knew he went high, I would have never said nothing to him. But we here now. I don't regret a motherfucking thing. We here. I'm happy we here. And the thing is, bro, I set this fight up myself. So it means that much more to me. I did all the ground. I did all the leg work, bro. I contacted Top Rank. I sent them the videos between me and him. I sent them the messages between me and him saying he agreed to fight me and everything. So he couldn't back down from it. I made sure I crossed fucking all the T's and dotted every I. So, but kudos, but now shout out to him though, because they didn't duck no smoke. They didn't duck Nate. Nah, they not
correct.
So they was like, ain't nobody ever called me out. I said, shit, nigga, ain't nobody ever called me out, nigga. I'm a wolf. I hunt. And he claims that he's a wolf too. He got that wolves den. I've been having that wolves den for years. That's been my shit. So I'm an alpha wolf. I don't know if he alpha. It's finna be and so it's gonna be a great night, man. I'm excited about it. I ain't gonna say a lot to you. I'm excited as hell about it.
Hey, I'm getting excited about it too, man. You know, it's a solid matchup at the end of the day. Like Brian is a hard hitter. You know, he's a dog. You a dog. I mean, when you get two dogs, man, with the bark to match and the bite to match, rather, it's gonna be epic, man. Especially on a nice undercard too. You know what I'm saying? I heard you say something about I think you mentioned something to the extent that you was grading his last two performances, and you know, I just recently talked to him, and
that was all I had to go on. I never seen him fight before in my life. You see what I'm saying? I just seen him spar. The first time I ever heard of the dude was when I seen him spar Crawford, and I never heard him before that. Never seen him fight before that, and then I seen him. He was signed with Top Rank, and I seen his two fights on Top Rank, and so that was it. I've never went and studied him. I seen enough from what the sparring I seen, and I seen enough from the two fights that I seen. So I ain't seen much of him. Besides, from what I understand, he had a hand injury, his last two hands, and he couldn't throw that right hand how he wanted to. Man, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I have fought with chipped bones in my elbows for years and was still whooping ass at a high level. So that don't bother me like that. I'm not giving a fuck about how he looked. Like he could have looked good, he could have looked bad. He still would have been on my fucking radar if he was ranked. He still was on my list. Whether he looked as spectacular, he could have went in there and knocked both of them niggas out. I'd have been like, oh yeah, I want that smoke. Like he. So he still would have been on my radar whether he went in there and looked like a motherfucking Tyson. He still would have been on my radar.
What do you see as one of Brian Norman's strengths compared with your strengths? I know you mentioned breaking them down over time, you being, you know, you're going to outbox him. What do you see as one of his strengths? He told you both his hands is repaired. You know, his hands is pretty much repaired now. So what do you see as one of his strengths based off what you witnessed?
Yeah, that's what his pops told me. I think he got a good left hook. about all I give him. I ain't gonna lie to you. He got decent speed, decent reflexes, but that's all based off athleticism, which is cool. I know how to deal with fighters like that because I'm an athlete myself, but I'm a student of the game too. So,
speaking of the student of the game, you said you've been in there with Regis, Errol Spence, Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? What have you gained off those sparring partners?
Man, shit, I gained a lot. Every time I spar somebody, I get better and better, man. I've been all my sparring partners now. Shit, I've been sparring. I was sparring Brian Mendoza before he went to Australia. He finna fight Tim Tszyu.
Okay.
This weekend, I've been sparring Caleb Plant. I've been sparring him all week. We still got more work to do. I've been sparring some good fighters in Houston. That's undefeated. Like, man, if it ain't great work, I don't want it. Like, I don't go in there and spar people who I know I'm finna get down on. Like, nah, I need the threat. I need the threat to be real. I need to be on my P's and Q's at all time. I train hard, bro. I train harder than a motherfucker. So I'm pretty sure they think they're gonna press me out. That's the only way that's the only way they think they can beat me. That shit ain't gonna work. They're gonna realize it. They're gonna realize it because that's the only way. He can't sit back and outbox me, man. He not smarter than me. He ain't got no better IQ than me. He not faster than me. All that shit. He's shorter than me. He has to come to me. So he gonna try to press me out. That's his only advantage that he can possibly muster up, and I'm gonna take care of him.
Talking about pressing them out. That's pretty much what you said you do. You press dudes out. You saying he press out. So it should be a very entertaining fight, man.
I don't press him out until after a certain round, though. After what I see, what I need to see. I always press a motherfucker out strategically, though. I don't go in there and just look.
I feel you.
I'm not no Mexican. Shout out to my Mexicans, though. I don't go out there. That's not my style of fighting. I don't go bang, bang, bang. No. I'm going to dissect, and then I'm going to take care of what I'm going to go to business.
So I did hear you talk about you don't have nothing to gain off this fight.
No, I got
you.
No, I don't.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
At first, I thought I didn't until they bumped his ranking up, and then they put that WBO international title on the line. So now I got something. So that makes it even better. At first, man, I told you he was ranked number 81 in the world and number 20 in the States. And I was already fucking 30. So I'm already double ranked up front of him. So when if I beat him, my ranking don't go up on BoxRec. You see what I'm saying? It stays where it wouldn't have went up at all. But since they bumped him to 14, he only fucking 3 spots behind me. It makes it better for me. So when I do beat him, it's gonna show on BoxRec. Okay, cool. You didn't beat a motherfucker that was completely out of your league. He was kind of close to you in the ranking.
I'm not sure if that's all the way true there, Quinn, because I know it's been some fighters, right, that's ranked in the top 15, top 10, that has fought fighters that wasn't ranked above them, but they continue to elevate themselves in the ranking. I don't know if they need to be connected, who you connected to or who you signed to or whatever. But I know with Jaron Ennis, that shit happened with him. He was fighting guys that weren't ranked in front of him. He was still moving up the ladder.
No, I'm going to move up the ladder. Don't get me wrong. But my ranking probably wouldn't have changed but one spot. I could have went from 11.
Okay.
They wouldn't have bumped me up no 3 or 4 spots.
Okay, I got you.
Several fighters that's in between me and him that got more ranking than him. So I'd probably would have got bumped up half a spot. I'd probably went from 11 to 10, which is cool with me. Look, slow progress better than no progress.
Absolutely.
So at first I was thinking I gained nothing from beating you up but a check. But now since they sweetened the deal, I got a lot to gain.
So you saying this fight gonna be 12 rounds, man?
No, we're going 10.
Okay.
It's 10 rounds. I asked for that. I pushed for that 10.
Oh, damn. Okay. Didn't know that.
Yeah, this is not my first 10 round.
Okay, that's what's up. Damn, this is saucing up real nice, man. You know, what's the buzz like out there in Texas for this fight, man? People catching on to it. You know, it's caught fire yet or not?
Yeah, it's caught fire. Yeah, I got my city behind me because everybody in my city who know me, they know what I'm about. But listen, bro, everybody who been in the ring with me, whether it's sparring or fighting, they know. I'm just gonna leave it at that. They know, and they know what I know, and they gonna know too. But by the time they realize it's gonna be too late, they gonna find that out. They gonna know. They gonna know after.
Man, they talking about it down here in the A also. You know, like I said, Man, this fight came out of nowhere. You did an outstanding job with promoting this. It'll be real nice if this can be consistent, not just what you did, but other fighters doing the same thing. But it just don't catch on like that. You know what I'm saying? When you hear the bigger names try to call out one another, it's always something in between it. Like this can't happen because of that. But this caught fire, man, and Brad Goodman made it happen. I'm great. I'm anticipating you all freaking getting this on, instead of worrying about, okay, what's the next fight day for Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford? We got Quinton Randall and Brian Norman Jr. You know what I'm saying?
See, what thing about what makes it so much easier, I'm not signing nobody. See what I'm saying? I'm independent.
Okay, I got you.
We ain't got nobody speaking for us besides us. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't gotta get permission from nobody.
Who's your manager?
And my coach acts as my manager. I have no manager.
Oh, okay. Damn. Okay.
So it makes it easier for me to go to different networks, whoop fighters' asses, and just go to another network. That's why my ranking is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I've never been tied down to nothing.
You've been low crawling these 13, independently.
All independently. Sign with nobody.
All right, that's what's up, man.
So
that's some good shit. Okay.
So that's why this fight was so easy to make. I was willing, he was willing. You ain't got to talk to nobody but me and my coach. We ain't ducking no smoke. So if they did their part, they did their part like they said they would. Everything ran smooth.
The fight is actually signed right now. Everything's done.
No, the contract was signed 4 or 5 weeks ago. We signed that motherfucker a long time ago.
That's what's up, man. Do you feel the quality of sparring partners that you stepping in the ring with right now is also going to be, one of the equalizers once y'all step in the ring?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm always getting great work with sparring. If it ain't great work, I don't want it. I spar fast motherfuckers. I spar motherfuckers who try to press me out. I get all looks of sparring to prepare me for a fight, the fight that I need to fight. So, yeah, I mean, I spar people that's similar to him. There's a dozen Brian Normans in the world, bro. That's 100 of them because they fight the same. There's a lot of people who fight like him. It ain't nobody that fight like me. So
hey, it's good to know you're confident, man. You've been doing your homework. Seem like you've been researching, educating. You know what I'm saying? Doing your film study. It was just funny to hear you say that about his last 2 performances. You know what I'm saying? Being that y'all about to fight. That's why I was talking about the trash talking. Well,
I seen him wasn't impressed his last 2 fights. Whether his hand was hurt or not, I just wasn't impressed. I know his pro debut, not his pro debut, his top ranked debut. He was fighting at a Hispanic dude. He clipped him a couple times, but then he got clipped too, being overly aggressive.
Yeah.
And then the other fight, he fought that dude that had that good record. The dude was like 24-2. But shit, that 24-2 he had he fought number bums his goddamn self. The fight he had before that, the dude he fought before that had way lesser fights was ranked higher than the dude that had 24 fights with only 4 losses. So top ranked dude they was doing when they gave him that opponent. They gave him somebody that looked good on paper, but what is really good.
Man, you know what the protocol, is with inflation. It happens like that sometimes.
Yeah. I guess, man, hey, when you invested in somebody, you gotta test the waters with them first. You can't throw them to the sharks.
True.
It fucked up when they threw him to this wolf.
Speaking of wolf, you said you was gonna match his intensity. Do you think that'll be smart to do with his knockout ratio? Or are you still gonna stick to it?
I'm not worried about that nigga knockout ratio, bro. I swear I'm not. I'm gonna match his intensity, but I'm gonna match it in a very smart way. So definitely, he could come out there with that fast shit all he wants to, all them fast punches and combination shit, man. That shit, no, I'm not worried about that shit. I'm not worried about that at all. One thing I do know is I'm gonna do me, and when I do me, doing me is enough.
I hear you. Hey, how long you been out in Vegas, man, getting that work?
I've been out here my whole camp.
Okay, that's what's up. So whole camp for Brian Norman, or whole camp for somebody else that you was gonna fight at the end of the year?
Man, I got 2 back-to-back. After I whoop Brian, shit, I'm still gonna fight on that Regis and Devin Haney on the card. I ain't bullshit. That's real.
Damn, dog. Okay.
Yeah. So
shit. All right. Hey, those of you that's tuned in, he said he pulling a back-to-back. Like, goddamn, oh man, you just don't hear this talk, man, for real.
back-to-back my last fight. I fought in Houston, and then 27 days later, I fought on Frank Martin undercard. So I'm doing another 2 back-to-backs.
But I don't think nobody been on your resume the likes of Brian Norman, though. I know you say he ain't fought nobody. I get it, but he's still a tough, durable opponent, undefeated, 24-0.
Yeah, no, you're right. As far as nobody, take that back. Nobody I fought on my resume has the height that he has. Let's just say that.
Okay.
But it's been some dudes that I fought that I believe that would have beat him. I fought a guy that was 24-0. No, he wasn't 24. I'm sorry. He was 24-2 with 22 knockouts. Slaughtered him. And that motherfucker was tough. That motherfucker was punching. That shit. I did what I do. And then I neutralized all that shit and I took him and I beat the brakes off his ass. So this not the first nigga. I didn't fought people who had more knockouts than Brian, who was punching. So my sparring partners be punching. Like, man, I'm confident in myself. I'm confident in my ability. And I ain't no fool now. I ain't finna go in there and be clumsy and be lazy and be overconfident, thinking if he hit me, he can't hurt me. No. I'm not that type of nigga. I'm gonna go in there and be smart. I'm gonna be a professional, and I'm gonna go in there and handle business.
Do you have anything in your arsenal? I know you fight orthodox. You know, Brian Norman's orthodox. You know, do you have any switch hitting in you? What's your versatility?
I ain't doing no switching. I ain't doing no switching.
You know, you're sitting at 5'11" on Box Rec, you know. Of course, you know, they mention your age there, Quinton. You know, age is it's different for everybody. It's all about how you preserve your body, how much damage you took. You started late, of course, fast tracking right now. Do you think that's going to play a role, being that you got a young line 22?
Oh, no. Man, I was on the USA team, bro, with nothing but young animals, bro. Sparring all of them. Like, bro, that shit don't bother me. I spar young people all the time. Everybody that I fought has probably been younger than me. So
yeah.
That shit don't bother me at all. What I do know is a 22-year-old dude who ain't been through what I've been through and who don't train like, man, no. You ain't, I'm gonna break you. You ain't train like I train. Like, you ain't done what I done. You ain't been to hell and back like I've been. Like, nah. You damn sure can't break me mentally. I train so hard you can't break me physically. So, nah. He ain't there yet. He a young pup to me.
Let me see if anybody in the chat has any questions. You have any questions for Quinton? You know, I know he's just got out of training and everything. You know, he about to step in there for this epic fight. Just 1 or 2. He got a back-to-back coming up. If any one of you all in chat got quick questions about Quinton, you know what I'm saying? Let me know so I can put it up there and ask him. You know what I'm saying? Don't be shy. You know what I'm saying? 13-0 undefeated, welterweight, fighting out of Texas. He's been in there sparred with some big names such as, you know, Errol Spence, Regis, Shakur, Caleb Plant. So you ain't talking about no novice here. You know, he has experience in a short period of time. And also, I credit, you know, your maturity too. You have a certain distinct maturity based off life experiences and so forth. It resonates when you talk, you know what I'm saying, when you fight. And I think that's what builds up your strength as a fighter too. Real talk. I mean, you're confident in who you are as a person.
100%. I think, but that's how all fighters should be, though. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
him, I expect him to say the same thing. Man, I'm gonna whoop that old nigga ass. Man, I'm not walk him down. I expect him to say everything because they started off saying that shit. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to. I get no change of tempo. I don't want to hear no change of. I need that same energy. That dog walk talk. I'm gonna knock your old ass. Nah, I want that same energy. That same energy gonna give you a fighting chance. You coming in with that relaxed days shit. You coming in with that too much respect shit. I'm gonna pick you apart. No, don't give me that. You better give me that motherfucking dog.
I'm pretty sure they are, man. Like I said before, they ain't never known to fight any less than, you know, that dog mentality, that dog nation's mentality. And I can say the same for you. I actually seen you fight in person. I seen Brian Norman fight in person. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, I'm just looking forward to the fight because we need this in boxing. Everybody will talk about the top names and all that. But y'all, man, I'm telling you, man, people looking at this matchup like, damn, you know, this is a good 50-50 fight. You know, both fighters talking they shit. You know what I'm saying? We've seen with other fighters such as Teofimo Lopez, you don't have to have 20 plus, 30 plus wins to go in there and be entertaining. So no, man, I like it, bro. So I wish you nothing but the best in there, and locking up. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure this won't be the last time you're on social media. Like I said before, man, I appreciate you picking up the phone when I call. But I was saying to myself, I know I talked to Quinton long before this, where you said, I want to fight your boy. You told me that shit. I just never spoke about it because it was at 140. You know, you wasn't, wanting to make the fight because it was at a lower weight class. So when you came out with it at 147, I was like, yeah, I remember him telling me that, yeah, he want to fight. I want to fight your boy. I said, who? You said Brian Norman. You got what you want, though. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I stand on business, bro. I stand on business. I stand on prison. I stand on my word. Like, bro, he not the only man on my hit list. After I X him out, I got more people to come. Like, he's not the only one. After I take care of him, I take care of one fight at a time. I focus on one thing at a time. After I take care of him, I'm gonna take care of business in December. I'm gonna start in 2024 off 15-0, and then from that point on, watch how I take off like a rocket next year. Just watch how I take. So
we'll be watching for sure. We'll be watching.
I mean, but I'm just, bro. At the end of the day, bro, all bullshit aside, coming from where I come from, going through what I've been through, bro, I am blessed, bro. Alhamdulillah, like,
yeah.
I thank every day for all the blessings, everything, like everything, the goods, the lows, the bads, the hot, man. Listen, everything. People who went through people who went through what I went through and been where I've been, bro. It's hard. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Who could have blamed me for quitting from what I've been through? You see what I'm saying? Like, who could have blamed me for just not taking this route? Like, who could have blamed? Nobody, man. Niggas don't even know, bro, what I've been through because I don't show it, bro. I'm a happy person all the time. I joke, I play, I'm fucking with people all the time just to get a laugh. You know, I like making people laugh. So nobody would ever think I went to prison. Nobody would ever think I buried 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't hold that type of negative energy on my soul, bro. I'm a very blessed and happy person. So if life didn't break me, bro, ain't no man finna break me. You see what I'm saying? So
I get it. Yep.
Yeah, so I carry that shit with me every day, man. I'm here for a reason. You see what I'm saying? Like, everything I'm here for a reason.
And you're approachable too, man. That's very big. You know, not every fighters are approachable, especially when you come from the media side of the house. But man, you absolutely approachable. You know what I'm saying? You talk your talk. You don't come off as a fake individual. But I know at the end of the day, this is a hurt business, man. And it's not all about personality and shit unless you get to a certain height and they say, okay, it's time for you to promote your brand or whatever the case may be. But you do an outstanding job, man. I got much respect for you, big dog. Like I said before, one more question. Are you going to be helping Errol Spence, in this rematch with Crawford? I know you was in there. You was his sparring partner for the first match. Are you going to get that call up? Do you have any calendar dates to help him spar for this next one?
No, I don't think they're going to call me because shit, I was no help for this fight. Bud fought him southpaw. Ain't no southpaw.
Correct.
Bud fought him southpaw out the gate. Never switched not one time. So
and that's what I was going to lead to, Quinn. What was the purpose of them bringing you in? Did you hear anything or see anything that they thought Bud was going to come out orthodox? I mean, what was up with that?
Bud naturally orthodox. Bud fights both styles. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it was just being prepared for every situation in case it happened to go there. Like, just being prepared for everything. When you get ready for a fight of that magnitude, of that fucking importance, you can't cut no corners. You see what I'm saying?
True.
If you know this man switches, if you know this man is a known switcher, and he's a known knockout puncher from both stands, and he's just as good as both stands, you have to prepare both ways. So he would have been slipping if he only prepared southpaw and not orthodox, or vice versa. So, but no, I wasn't any help because I'm not Bud. Bud is one of a kind. Generational talent. I'm not him, and I'm not a southpaw. I don't switch at all. So as far as him getting ready for orthodox work, if Bud would have switched orthodox, who knows what happened? Who knows what would happen? He probably would have felt a little bit more comfortable. I don't know, bro. I can't speak on that, man. I can only just speak to Bud's greatness that night. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah. Do you think the rematch would be any different than the first fight?
If they're fighting at 47, no. If they fighting at 54, yes and no. I'm just leave it at that.
Okay. What do you have to say to your fans out there, Quinn?
Man, I appreciate y'all for supporting me. Appreciate you for riding. Hey, man, it took us long enough, but hey, we here. We at that door. We knocking
No
at the
doubt.
Hey, we knocking at the door. It took us a while, huh? We ain't been signed.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt, man.
Did this shit independently. We ain't had nobody put backing us. We ain't had no major manager backing us. We ain't had no major promotion coming, but we fought 3 to 4 times every year. Like, we made shit shake. And we ain't failed and we ain't gonna fail. So I appreciate y'all supporting me. Hey, it's all finna pay off.
Outstanding work, big dog. Once again, salute to you. Thank you for tuning in to World Combat Sports, man. We'll chop it up and be safe out there, and best wishes to you and the fam, man.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man. Take care.
Salute, no doubt. What's good, everyone in the building? Let me go up. Big shout out to the hottest chat in the MF game. If you don't know now, you know. That was Quinton Randall, undefeated 13-0. He set to face Brian Norman Jr. November 16th, 2023. That fight is picking up mad buzz, man. You know, people talking about this like, you know what I'm saying, it just came out of nowhere. You know, because the curiosity is not just they have O on their record, but, you know, people actually looking at it like, both of these guys are tough. You know what I'm saying? You know, when the clash does happen, it's going to be extremely interesting when it comes to the energy. You know what I'm saying? When you get that vortex and you get that tenaciousness between these two fighters. Hey, man, I like it. I like that Quinn was able to do this independently, bring it to the forefront. Then, you know, Team Norman, you know, came up, match the energy, whatever, said, you know what, we ain't never ducking no smoke. We good with it, sign it, and we got to fight. And not only that, it's for the WBO Intercontinental, man. It's for a strap. You know what I'm saying? It's for a goddamn strap, man. That's what it's all about. I feel you. Carlos Rosado in the building. Shout out to Shaw News, the Sauce Experience, AK Showtime Shaw on deck. I see you. Big Blunts and Boxing on deck. He said Brian Norman is good, great stuff. Yeah, man, you know, they pretty much, you know what I'm saying? There's trash talking and then there's trash talking. This trash talking is not on a disrespectful level, but I'm pretty sure by the time the fight does get to where it need to be, it's gonna be some bit more trash talking. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I tell people I never really heard Brian Norman Jr. trash talk. You know what I'm saying? So most of his pops is the one that is the mouthpiece for his son. As in most cases, in some cases, not most cases, in some cases, that's the case. But I haven't really experienced or witnessed him up here trash talking like that. But he can't fight. You know what I'm saying? Quick draw Randall Sauce the interview. Hot grease. Yes, sir. Appreciate everyone who pulled up. I'm going to shut this live stream down just so it can be his interview, and then I'm coming back on. I don't want to carry forward and then have to chop this up or whatever, but I'm definitely coming back on talking boxing. Like I said before, shout out to those of you that pulled up. Suit the WCS in the chat. Good stuff from Quinton Randall about fighters being moved up in the boxing rankings to be eligible to fight higher ranking opponents. Absolutely. Education is everything, right? You know what I'm saying? I did not know that they moved that man up in the rankings the way they did, but hearing Quinn talk about it, I said, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I think I learned a lot when I did the live on Jerron Ennis on how he came into the top 15 and the fighters that he was facing, that he was just moving up the ranks. And some of those fighters wasn't ranked in the top 15. But yet when he beat them, he continued to move up. So I learned something myself on my own from saying that. And then to hear, you know, Quinn bring it up again. But I just wanted to make something clear, right? For those of you that may not know, Quinn told me this a while ago, a good while ago. He told me about Brian Norman a good while ago. I didn't break anything because he was at a lower weight class. I told Norman them this. You know, when I seen them a couple of days ago, I say, he told me on the phone that he wanted to fight you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I mentioned anything to them or not. I probably didn't, because the fight wasn't going to happen because he was at a high weight class. But he said he wanted to fight him. He said, I want to fight your boy. You know what I'm saying? And hey, I said, who is that? He said, Brian Norman. So he put it out there. I knew about it a good while ago. But yes, Brian Norman was at 140. They were still contemplating on whether they was going to move up to 47 or not. You know what I'm saying? 1 minute he was, at 40, and then next minute he was at 47. And then finally they locked in and they said, okay, we're gonna fight this at 147. Just so people know, man, I'll be in the trenches, bro. Just so people know. I can never blame a fighter for talking trash. I don't care who it is. Talk your talk, fam. That's what I'm saying, Carlos. Talk your talk, man. Build up the fight. That's all we looking for. Build up the fight, man. You know what I'm saying? Talk your talk. And shout out to everyone who support the channel. I'm going to try my best, y'all, to go on camera a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? People be hitting me up to, dude, your channel, don't tell me about channel growing, being on. Some people like being on camera, some people don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem. I still, I still got the waves wet. You know what I'm saying? Come on, do what I got to do, in my 50s plus, the 5++, doing what I got to do. Don't get it twisted, shawty. You know what I'm saying? And when I mean talking trash, I mean boxing, none of that disrespectful talk. Yeah, for sure, Carlos. I got you. Shout out to Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more, man. The OG in the building. Salute to you, Bruce. Quinn said he can, he the can man and can whoop ass. Hey, one thing about Quick Draw, man, he quick with the responses, man. I got respect for him, man, because when I first did the interview and he was telling me about his backstory, that's a lot of heartache and pain and adversity to go through. And, it'll hit people differently at the end of the day. It can hit you differently. People can be withdrawn. You know what I'm saying? They can be, introverts. You know what I'm saying? They just don't want to be bothered. But, every time I'm seeing Quinn, where I've seen him or talk to him or whatever, dude is approachable. He'll talk his talk. Not one time has he came off fake to me. Not one time. This dude has came off fake. And that's with everything he's faced in life. You know what I'm saying? He could be pointing the finger at everybody else. Like, I don't even want to, man, give y'all the time of day, man. I don't have time for this shit. You know what I'm saying? I got too much on my mind. But, man, shout out to him for showing people that you can recover. You can keep on pushing. You know what I'm saying? Progress is up to you. That's up to you. You in charge of the gas, But, man, he said he going to beat the brakes off, man. A lot of people going to say, hey, they got to see it play out the way it play out, because I'm pretty sure Norman and them are saying the same thing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That clash is going to happen. It's going to be very, very active. That clash right there is going to be active, y'all. No doubt about it. I have a question on WCS. I thought the aerosexual said Q was a switch fighter. No, Quinn is not a switch fighter, man. That's why I brought that into effect. Brought that into questioning about him sparring with Errol Spence, because I didn't quite get it. Did somebody give you word that Bud Crawford was going to come out there orthodox? And that's why they wanted to fight get an orthodox sparring partner to come in there. And just so you know, now that it's out, Quinn has said he was sparring Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? So what the aerosexual was saying is pretty much that he wasn't sparring 6 weeks out, which is a lie. You know what I'm saying? That's just flat out blatant lie. It's just one lie to attach to all the others that they have been a part of. But let me jump back on here, y'all. I'm going to shut this down, and I'm going to be right back on here in about 5 minutes, all right? Appreciate everyone for pulling up. You know what I'm saying? Turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports. Salute. I'm out. Peace.